back. It's been a minute, 2 weeks. I meant to be back soon. So tonight I will be bringing the goat story, I promise. But I tell stories better when I'm eating, seem like. So I decided to throw a little something together and let y'all see me do that at the same time, me and my wife. We got some bottom round right here. We got some crab right here, noodles, and the reason why I got them still in the package like that is because it's 4 of us, and I'm gonna let everybody season to their own liking, and of course we'll help our youngest one out. And then as you see me cook this, I chop it up with you a little bit, and then once it's all done, I'll sit down with my plate and we'll start the ghost story. And it's gonna be the first of about 4, but I'm only telling one this video. All right.
So what I'm doing is pouring chicken broth into the pot. The pot was already on. Pour all of that in there.
Okay, we're a little further along, and I'm gonna add some more chicken stock in here. It's not quite enough. I'm gonna stop right there. Got the butter over there heating up.
Wait, it's not turned on yet.
Gonna get ready and season this up and get to it. So probably gonna chop this steak up into strips. You gonna do it or you want me to do it?
What you want me to cut up first? This or this?
The steak. Cause I'm gonna cook it first.
Oh, okay. Well, I want a different knife. Or you can do it.
Okay. There you go.
Don't stab me.
Okay, you don't have to get the all close up shot. You can back up some. I mean, give me one of them AB grill shots with you got me and the food, please.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I want it to look good,
All
y'all.
right. Well, sure. There you go.
All right, y'all. This is pretty thin too. I might do better with the scissors than the knife.
Yeah, it's like one of those thin fajita meat type.
That's what I was going for.
See how thin it is.
I'll show one. Some of it's still just a little frozen. But that's how thin it is. Almost like bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't gonna take long to cook it on, y'all.
Well, I'm gonna turn this off because this is already starting to melt until you get that cut up.
Yeah, you can put it on low if you want. Okay, I'm gonna grab these scissors. And let's just get this down to a nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, y'all, that's gonna cook up real good.
Get back.
Get back, Enzo. Get it back. He think he's supposed to eat when we eat. You shaking the camera, babe. You're
I'll
not
cut it
looking.
down.
You're doing all these other things. Now you told
Well,
me.
I'll cut it because you're taking a long time.
I don't think I'm taking a long time. Y'all think I'm taking a long time? I think it's not taking a long time. Y'all Super Bowl team, y'all football team in the Super Bowl, cause it's on us. Dallas ain't in there.
No. So my team ain't in there.
We had a little false hope for a little while, but I think we're gonna do better next year. I ain't saying we're going to the Super Bowl, but if we can put some pieces together on that defense, we'll be back. We'll be back. Okay, so how many of y'all from the South, I wonder, that watch this channel? Probably quite a few, so you're familiar with the term Hank. That's what we'll be talking about later. And Hank is another way of saying spirit, ghost. And when I was little growing up, my grandparent, my grandmother, used to tell me different stories about ghosts when I was little. And so there's this one particular one I want to tell y'all about. And I don't know what I want to call it yet, but I'll know it when I get to the story. But these were supposedly true stories, and my grandmother, she didn't talk much a lot, but you know, when she would tell us stuff, I don't think she would just say certain things. And this was actually my uncle that the story happens to, that I'm gonna tell you about. I never got to meet him. He died before I met him. But it's his story. But every story I'm gonna tell is going to be based on the well, it will be a true story. They won't be based. There'll be true stories. Some of them is going to be mine, and my wife's, and some of them is going to be some close relatives and me and other relatives. So if you like those kind of stories, look for about, I think I'm going to do 5 of them. But be ready for that. All right. So when y'all see us again, I'll have something frying or cooking somewhere. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Let's dump this on in. Ooh, you know what I left out, and I am so mad. Onions and bell pepper, y'all. How did I do that? All right, so we're gonna fry this up. Normally, for those who know the channel, this would be Leroy, but Leroy is holding some bacon grease, and we're gonna keep that bacon grease for a little bit. So we're gonna pop this in here. I guess I may have to come up with a name for this skillet, but it don't say nothing to me.
Say something to me.
What's it say?
Big boy.
All right, so this is now known as Big Boy. Big Boy, the aluminum skillet. Okay, so we hit it with some onion powder. What we got here? Did we get some mixed onion on that too?
Yeah.
A little meat tenderizer, salt, a little black pepper, y'all, the norm. So we're gonna get this browned up real good. And after this it gets browned up real good, I guess after that we'll be putting the crab on. And then we'll go into making the noodles. We were watching this Will Smith documentary, y'all. I mean, some may not be fans of it no more, but man, this documentary good, y'all. I'm in here happy just from looking at it. It's got a real feel good to it. And the last episode we watched, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but he was in the Himalayas. And there was a lot of stuff said that, you know, I even took for myself. So I say check it out. We ain't finished it yet, but so far every episode's been good. I walked through, my wife was watching it, and I happened to sit down on the episode and hadn't been able to stop watching since. So I'm gonna have to watch the beginning of the first one, but it's good, y'all. It really is.
It's called Pole to Pole, and it's on the National Geographic on Disney Plus, or if you have regular cable,
Yeah,
it's on
Pole to
National
Pole.
Geographic, and it is so good.
And Will is funny.
Yeah.
He's funny in it. And it's all genuine. That's what I like about it.
And it makes you look at him different too. It lets you know that he is human, and as all of us are, but that he has been through some things, and he's just.
He want to work on it.
Yeah.
Which is what we all should do, because we all got skeletons and the dark side that we need to fix. And he's doing what's called shadow work. You know, he's working on himself. He ain't worried about what other people saying or doing, because that ain't how you fix yourself. You gotta fix the one in the mirror first. All right, y'all, we done got the steak out. A big boy, so now she's going in with the, I keep wanting to call it what it ain't.
Crab leg.
Crab, y'all.
But it's imitation.
And I don't eat it often, so that's one reason you don't hear me saying it right. But we went, I think I told y'all, we went to chicken broth, and now it's starting to steam good. I'm gonna turn it down. She's getting that in. This is post snowstorm. I went to get some water today for my mom, and they didn't have none still. And the ice has been melted about a week now.
About a week, yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy. This is the CEO of Southern Expression Camera Company, y'all. I'm gonna put a shot of that up too. Y'all definitely need to check it out. I ain't just saying it because it's my wife, but everybody that knows us gets them, and she even had Tabitha Brown to rate them, and she gave them a great review. So I'm not just talking. Y'all need to check it out for real. Look how it's soaking all of it, y'all. Okay, so now I am scooping out some of this broth. I might should try something bigger.
Yeah, it might take a minute, huh? Well, it'll work.
I'm so country, I want to dip it in there.
Yeah, that's good. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
All right, we're gonna let this sit like that. Okay, so this is my wife. This is how she's gonna do hers. And this is how I want mine. I want everything separate. I'm crazy. Like, I don't like my juices touching. I don't want my cornbread getting the collard green juice on it type of dude. Okay, so now next is story time. All right, it's time to eat. It is time to eat. All right, first we're gonna bless this food. Thank bless you, Rosewood. Help prepare this food. Rosewood, like to eat it. Bless you. All right, here we go. Now, story time. Now, earlier I was saying that if you hadn't heard of this term, it's kind of a southern term for ghost. It's Hank. Man, that's good. All right, Hanks. And my grandmother was born in 1914. So, in that time, this town didn't have a lot of streets, a lot of street lights, and a whole lot of dirt roads. So, I want you to imagine a town around the 1930s, maybe 40s. Like I say, not a lot of streets, a whole lot of dirt roads. And people was commonly known to walk where they wanted to go. Now, this particular uncle used to do a certain job, if I remember to tell the story right. And this one particular night, he had to work over. Now, while working over, remember, it's no street lights, so when it get dark, it's dark. There's no cell phones. If you didn't have a flashlight, when you hit the dark, that was it till you find a street light or whatever. Now, on his path walking to work and home, he would have to go down a particular area. And it was like a trail that he would take because remember, there's no streets. I hate to keep saying that, but this is important, a part of the story. So he's walking home. It's late, and he makes it so far from his job to the point where now you can look back and you can't even see the job no more. He's that far gone. And the woods have started beginning to thicken up. Now, as he's walking, he hears these footsteps behind him. And as the guy's walking behind, he hears these footsteps walking behind him. The guy behind him begins to talk to him. So he's like, "Hey," to the fact something like, "How you doing?" And my uncle was like, "I'm fine. I'm doing good." He was like, "Yeah, it's been a rough time today. It's been pretty rough around here lately." It's like, you know, I guess during that time of the year, it was probably like it is today. The economy was rough. It was tough. So, he's just having small talk with this person, but he's trying to get onto the house. So he just walking, but he's walking and talking. And as they're talking about he's talking about how bad it is around where they are. The guy's talking to him, and he's like agreeing with him. He would toss something back at him like, "Yeah, today at work I was forced to work overtime. That's the reason why I'm walking home late now." And, the person was like, "Man, that's how jobs are. They try to work you down to the bone." So while talking with him, they get so far down, my uncle decides I want to look back and talk to the guy I'm talking to. So as he turns to look over his shoulder to see the person he's been talking to and to say something further, he looks back, and right behind him, he noticed about 5 to 10 feet behind him was a man walking barefooted in old beat up pants with a flannel button up shirt and no head. When he sees this, he is more than a half a mile from his house. He ran full sprint from that spot all the way to the house, to the point that when he got to the house and beat on the door, when they opened the door, he didn't walk in, he fell in. And as he fell in, say, was just covered and soaked in sweat like a horse that had just been ridden real hard. And so that was one of the first ghost stories that I actually heard. So I got to share one more with you because this needs to go right on into it, and then after that I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay. Now this story came from some of my uncles and my grandpa in the woods, we'll call it, but in the country. And there was a blacktop road. It's called, I think, Malden Road, which is a family down here land. So they named the street Malden Lane. And there's a three-way crossroad, and at this three-way crossroad is a cemetery. And down there, horse riding is huge. Now, my uncle's telling me and my cousin this story. And well, it was about 20 of us in the house. I don't know how y'all might do it, but the family get together big. We were the kids that shouldn't have been listening, but we in the room listening. And the adults is drinking and smoking or whatever they're doing, just cracking up and telling stories. So they're telling this particular story at this time. His name was Jesse Wayne. Okay, so we are listening to the story. So he says, down in this area on Malden Lane, and down in this area, it's well known for horse racing and riding horses. They graze them down in that area, as farm like, they do a lot of tree work, but they country, if you get my point. And so he's riding a horse on the way home from a friend's house. And he has to come to this crossroad. So as he's riding, his horse begins to all of a sudden get stiff and starts to snatch to the side. And so he slowed down and talked to the horse like, "What's wrong?" Pat it on the side. "Come on, let's go now. It's time to go home. It's getting dark. It's dark. It's late. Let's get home." And so the horse kind of straightened back up and decided, okay, and they started back riding again. But then all of a sudden, the horse begins to stop again, but the hairs on the back of the horse starts to stand up on him. So at this moment, he's just wondering why is the horse freaking out, but he can't tell what's wrong with the horse. So he begins to get the horse to calm down, soothe the horse, and then they start riding again. And so he begins to hear all of a sudden the sound of a chain. And he's like looking and he's checking the horse and to see if it's something on his boot, just looking to see where's this sound coming from. But he don't see anything. Now in the country, I'm telling you, on the back roads when there's no lights, it is hard to see ahead, especially if the moon is not out. So he looks around the spot what he's looking for, but he can't find nothing. So he keeps riding, and then all of a sudden he hear this chain. But now the chain sound like it's speeding up as if something is jogging with this chain, and it begins to gain speed. And now he's starting to hear it. So now he don't even care what it look like, where it's coming from, or nothing. He just starts to ride the horse hard. And at this moment is when it gets weird and freaky. He's riding now, the horse is getting it, and the chain gets louder and louder. And just as fast as they go, as fast as that chain gets, like change or something shaking. I mean, it's just ching, 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 ching. And it gets to the point where all of a sudden, this is what we was told. A man with no head runs beside him and slaps the side of the horse. The horse rears up, but he was able to stay on the horse and it run underneath into the woods. And he said when that horse came down, it knew exactly what to do. So all he had to do was hold on. So they out of there, they get home. And we sitting there, we're like, whoo, man, that was one of them times I wish I had went home. Well, guess what? It's time to go home. It's nighttime. We're at the cousin's house, and now we're on a farm market road. Now, on this farm market road, family own land on both sides, so it's nothing for all the family to be on one side of the street or the other. So this night, everybody had left in their cars except for me and my one cousin named Doug. And so it's cold at night. We getting our stuff back on, and while we getting dressed, everybody driving off, so we don't get a chance to catch a ride back to the house. So from my cousin them house, Uncle Jesse Wayne's house, I would say it's probably 300 yards if you go straight, but you have to get out the driveway, then turn and go up the street and turn in the driveway. It was a little long, but we getting dressed and we come out on the porch. And as we begin to come down off the porch, everybody's gone. There's nobody to catch a ride with. Uncle Jesse Wayne was crazy like this, y'all. Once we got about 20 feet off his front porch, he turned the front porch light off. So now it's very dark from his yard all the way to the front porch where we got to get to is my cousin's house where I was staying. So okay, we like, well, man, let's go. We going home. So we come off the porch. We get so far down, and we get halfway to the street, and we start hearing a jingle sound, real tough. Now, as we walking, we hear this jingle, ching, 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 and we stop. No, no. So we start walking again. Ching, ching, ching. We hear the noise, ching. We stop. So now, me and my cousin look at each other, and at this point, I already know what's up. Now, keep in mind, he's almost 3 years older than me. He was running back. Once he gave me this one look, that was that was it. So he's gone, and I knew what was up. So I'm right on his heel. We running. I'm talking about that where it feel like needles is poking your lungs. You running so hard because it was cold at night. I'll never forget it. And I mean, we running hard. And the faster we ran, the faster the ching, 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 ching. And all I can remember is soon this man with no hands finna come through. So I'm running even harder. The chain get louder, louder. But we make it to this ditch. Now it was some trees on. It was a tree line on the ditch on both sides. So we had to run and jump through this tree line in the dark on unlevel ground. So I'm telling y'all, it was bad. We come down, and my knees. I'm surprised I didn't tear ACLs or nothing. But I'm coming down through this ditch. We run up through the ditch. We come through. I swear, I felt like I jumped like a stunt car. Or something. I'm coming over the street. We running hard. We make it to the front porch to the light. The chain sound stops. So now we can turn and look. It's nothing back there. And we was like, what was that? And we was like, we don't know. So we go in the house. I unzip my jacket and I throw it on the couch. And it goes, ching. Pocket is full of change in my jacket. So the mind played a trick on me. But that's it for tonight. I'm gonna finish this up. Um, I got a couple of more ghost stories, but these are a little more, let's say, spooky, and these were actually first-hand witnessed by me and my wife. So if you want to see that one, stick around, sub, and be ready for the next video. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace and love.